simple, the sound you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the king first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Start this drive out on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8. here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17.
Come on, man.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's an 83-yard kick return touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game.
Whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players, attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere along there. Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football. They win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD.
And the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean, and the Buccaneers are going to have it here just past the 25.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Young quickly to the flat, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down, here's White. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Buccaneers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready.
In motion left goes a tight end. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Young. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And Young's throw there incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Young to throw it. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
17. On the ball.
To throw, Young. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go now. And cycle. 62 plastic.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Oh,
Picked up by Jamal Dean. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. And nobody's bothering another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some room to run now. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been at a shutdown level so far. Even back to the lead, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
To try again after the sack, Young, he's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Following the interception, Young.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Flush to his right, and he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Smith with a nice rush to get him down.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good.